Hi there, this is Darren from Treasure Life Family Farms, and it's not always all about farming, is it? So there's lots of things going on in life that we work on and have to show, so we want to do a little bit of that today. This is a MacBook Pro 13-inch?
Yeah, it's 13.
And it is it 8 years old, 10?
10.
It's about a 10-year-old MacBook Pro. Let me turn this over.
It's late 2012.
And the battery life is not that great on it. So we thought, well, you know what? We're not going to be buying a nicer MacBook Pro anytime too soon. So let's try to make this one a little nicer. So we're going to try to do a battery replacement in it. This is the battery kit off of Amazon. What, about 45 bucks or something?
Yeah, it was roughly.
About 45 bucks. Looks like it comes with all the stuff. There's some screwdrivers in there. The battery actually is funky like that. It's not just one little cube somewhere. It's spread out like that. So we're gonna start to put that in. We have watched some YouTube videos on how this might even happen before we even ordered the battery, because you know we have a limit to our skill level. So we're gonna give this a go. The other thing we're going to try to get to while we have it open is to see if we can tighten up the hinges a little bit. Those hinges are seemingly a little loose. So for us, we're working on a couple of dish towels. We've got paper towels we may bring out, but we're going to get down to replacing this battery. So come along. Maybe this will help you, and let's see what we can do. Before we get into that, I'm going to just zoom in a little bit on the numbers of this kit we ordered off Amazon. It is A1425, whatever that is, so you can read that. All right, here we go. Wish us luck. All right, so the first thing is going to be these 10 screws along the perimeters. We'll take those out, and then the other thing we do is we'll put those 10 screws in this bowl and then set it aside. That way those little screws aren't getting lost anywhere on the table or in the dish towels or anything else. So let's take those 10 screws out. We'll hyperlapse this part, but here we go. Okay. Does that just lift off, or is it got snaps?
No, it lifts off. I'm trying to find it. In the video, this was a little bit difficult too.
I'll try and hold down when you pull up.
Okay, hold on. It's not coming. Here, let me see. Let's see what we got to work with here.
You need me to put a couple of...
Just give it a gentle pull. Okay.
There it goes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we'll set that aside. We do want to we'll wipe this out with a paper towel before we put it back in, but you can see it's got some dust buildup for over the years. Set that aside. Here's our bowl with our little bitty screws in it. It looks like a bowl of pepper. So that's why they're in the bowl. Here's our next bowl for our next set of screws. This is the battery layout that you kind of see in the new one. There's a piece here, backbone, more batteries. So, all right, what do we take out next?
Okay, so next is the solid state drive with this little ribbon cable. And I don't exactly remember how you undo this. I might just be pulled, but I'll have to check back on that.
Okay. It's here. I might have to go find it's got a little pad on top. I'll have to go find a bit of a bright light that we can shine down on all this so that we can just light this thing up. So we'll stop our video and go find a good light. All right, so this attachment right here, this whole thing lifts out, which will have this ribbon cable attached to it, and then this drive just lifts out too, right? Mm-hmm. All right, good luck, buddy. Well, no one always see his knuckles, but we'll show it to you. It's got a padding on top of it that sort of helps it not ever jiggle out when the back is on. So he's got to get underneath that a little bit. There it goes. Let me just show you what that looks like. It's just a little pad looking thing. It's not much. It's amazing all this works. Those guys that build electronics sure have a thing. I think just the black plastic's gonna lift out, right?
Nope, it's the whole tray.
Seriously? The tray looks like it's part of the...
Here, I'll look back. Oh, no, easy.
Just like that.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, so this just sort of sits in there. Just basically like an old memory chip. So we're gonna set that aside with the back. So this is our second piece off. All right, what else we hit?
So next is these 6 screws. 1, 2, 3 for the speakers here. And one is actually protected by this little foam thing, so you have to take that out actually. Then the other 3 are up here. So we're gonna take those 3 out. This one.
We'll hit you with a little hyperlapse on this too, so it's not too long.
You got a new bowl ready?
Yep, new bowl's ready.
Okay, so remember bowl number 2. I heard this mess is kind of annoying.
Do we need to somehow save those, or do we get new ones, do you think?
No, we do not. These are the speakers. For the speakers. Might have to get like a little...
All right, just a thing of note, the corner ones that have that little covering on them are a silver colored screw, and the other 2 on each side are black colored screw. They all seem to be the same length, and they look like they're the same size. So now he's gonna pop the speakers out.
Okay, and these can just rest back here, just like that.
Okay.
You don't need to take them off, but if you prefer to, you can.
Yeah, and there's no need to unhook unnecessary cords. Okay, so now he was telling me there's these screws. There's like 1, 2, 3 here. Those are the next ones?
Yep, and then 3 over here.
And then the same 3 on the other side there. Right down there, I guess.
Might we get another bowl ready for these?
Yep, move our bowl over. Again, this bowl now has just the 6 screws from the speaker set. So we'll just slide that aside. Next bowl. Perfect. And these ones all looking the same. I guess you gotta take another one out. It's amazing how tiny these screws are. And when I say that, I'm amazed that there's a machine that can make an actual screw with a thread on it. And a head with a, a hex driver or whatever kind of driver this is. Star driver, I guess. I mean, that's all very, very tiny. And as small as this is, I guess, they're doing nano size stuff too in other applications, so why not, right? Okay, so those are out. Now, is this all one unit?
So it's all attached together. These 3, and then these 3, and then the bracket that attaches them at the top.
So in my mind, this has to come off, right? Mm-hmm. What comes next?
The sticky sticker. There's like a little peel up there. So this peels back.
Okay.
Okay. So that just kind of...
Should I set that over side with our other parts?
Don't need it, but yes.
This looks like something we'll want to clean up before we put it back on. We'll set that over by the hard drive.
So,
all right, now what do we got?
Now what we have to do is in a separate bowl, we have to take out, I don't know what the camera can see it, these 3 screws. And then under this screw has like a little plastic plate. That'll pop out, and then there's another screw under that. That'll come out. So let me find the correct driver.
I've got one hiding over here too. I don't know if this is the one.
Yep, this is the correct one. Is that a new bowl?
That is not a new bowl. The new bowl is over here. Right there. Oops. I didn't do a very efficient job of my bowl stacking.
So that's one. We'll have to remember silver is the bracket.
Okay.
Let me get out these 2. Ooh, that was a little tight when I removed it.
It's kind of, thankfully, I guess, these don't have Loctite on them. I know I've been inside some machines where these all have a little blue Loctite on them, and that just makes everything hard.
So next there's this little bracket, and that
Probably
pops
put that
out.
in the bowl with the screws.
And then, ooh, it reveals this silver screw.
Okay.
And once this pops out, beware. There's a little chip under here, so when you pop it off, and if you set that chip right in front of the computer, just the way it was sitting in, that'll make your life a whole lot easier, because then you don't have to rematch all the little tiny pegs on the chip.
Okay.
So, as far as I know, we have to remove the battery first, and then this will pop out further, I believe. But
well, it looks like the battery is trapped underneath of it. Where does this go? Is this speaker stuff?
no, that's all part of the battery.
Okay.
It will come out, but first we have to undo the adhesive under these 4 batteries.
Say that one more time.
There's adhesive under these 4 batteries.
This sticks them down to the case.
So what you have to do is put a little bit of isopropyl, or I don't know what it's called.
Rubbing alcohol.
Rubbing alcohol, yeah. In this little cavity, and lift the laptop gently and like try to slosh it under the batteries on both sides. And then I've seen some people use dental floss to get the batteries out, but you can also use like an old credit card or...
Yeah, those are feeling very well stuck down, so I guess we will struggle with it a little bit on camera, and then what we'll do is turn the camera off and talk about it more once we get them done. But again, we're just trying to get under these to get that sticky stuff basically unstickied so that we can start to come up with these 4 batteries. All right, so we got the first little one off and then working on the big one. And the little one was moderately stuck. The big one was solid as a rock. So a couple of things, and we didn't do any damage to ours, but I could see where if you're not careful when you're trying to pry, these forks actually work pretty good, so that's why I want to show you this. When you go to pry, don't hit this little tab here, because you break that off, then you're kind of in a stupid place. But with a couple forks under it, kind of getting it to move a little bit. Now that it's up, I'm gonna just peel it, but yeah, that came up actually quite nicely. So that one is done. And the two forks and gently kind of prying up, just be careful, like Craig's been telling me, not to actually puncture your batteries, but the forks did the trick. This seems like a very good plan, is to just get a couple forks and just gently start lifting and prying on one end then the other. So we're gonna come down here and get these guys loose, and then we'll be right back. Yeah, once you've done one, the other one seems to come a little easier. So this electronics board is not with the new battery, right? So somehow we gotta disconnect these.
No, it is.
Oh, that's in there? Okay. So this whole thing now lifts aside? Is that what you're going to do?
Yep, you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, one thing to be careful of is up here, the speaker cable will attach to the battery just a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, now this whole thing will lift out.
Lift away and just set it out to the side so we got that for reference if we need any references.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to clean up all of this black stuff on the case and then be back in a minute to put the new battery in.
And we're probably going to use the rubbing alcohol in that, in this case. Just that does a nice job. So we'll, I might get the camera on once we kind of get going on that. All right, we spent 10 minutes, maybe 15. I would say it was worth it to slow down, get all this black sticky stuff off of the whole deal here. We used some rubbing alcohol, which looks like this. And what are you doing?
I was going to cap it.
Oh, you're going to cap it. Okay. Which is it's no magic bullet for it, but it does help. And so over time, the rubbing alcohol is sort of eating away or loosening it up a little bit. And then you scrape with your fingernails or with a little plastic thing or, just whatever. But, it's nice to get it all up. So we did. We're happy we did that. And now we're going to bring the battery out of the box, the new one. So we're kind of heading back together at this point. And then there's something a little interesting about this whole thing here. Is this battery set, as it is, has a blue backing on it that sort of supports the whole thing. So this, I'm told, comes out of here in one big chunk.
Yes.
And so we just lift it out real nice. And then, what are you going to do? You're going to flip it over and we're going to peel the blue off and then we're going to gently set it in spot?
Yes. And then, so this right here with the clear film is the sticky side. So this will go face down.
Seriously? Okay,
wait,
so.
Wait a minute. Am I? No, wait. I was being dumb. No. So we leave this part on until it's fully installed, and the blue is the sticky side.
The blue, okay, that makes sense because this is going to be your electronics thing.
So yeah, that was
going to push down on here. No, that's fine. That's why we talk it through. So in order to take the blue off, are you going to move this out of the way, lay it upside down flat on the towel, and then we peel away?
Yep, and then we only get one shot at this, and we basically just line it up with this ribbon all the way towards this as far as it'll go, and then push up basically, so it's like, this is kind of what we line up the battery against.
Okay.
And then this little channel is where this routes, so anyway.
And so we'll have the camera set down, and we're going to use 4 hands for this because we can. I'm sure anybody with 2 hands can do this, and it's not that big of a deal, but the way we see it, 4 hands is going to help. So let's flip that thing over, and let's see how nicely the blue protective sheeting comes off. Looks like it's got tabs on both sides to start to peel or whatever it does. Okay, just lifts off real nice. And now those things are sticky. Is that what we got?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna set this down, and we basically need to flip it over and lay it in its place. Is that how you're doing it? Then you're gonna turn it around.
Okay.
What am I supposed to do? Are you going this way or?
Yeah. So
Okay.
you take this gently.
Okay.
Oh, easy.
Got it.
Okay. So now.
Work on the big one. Get our little channeler things in place there.
I'm good.
Are you too far my way?
Oh.
Like maybe there. What's this thing doing? Right
You good?
there. Yep. This little thing here is how you know.
Is it too far up on my side?
No, we're good. Everything's good.
Oh, wait. I've got it's not adhesed yet, or whatever it's called.
Make sure this gets in here.
Yep.
There you go.
Is it good?
Now, we also want to be in a spot where this can lay down. Because this isn't going to have a lot of movement to it, right?
I would say that this is good.
Are your bolt holes going to line up? Mine are pretty close, but they're not quite right.
Yeah, I mean, we can wiggle it enough to get it in the correct position.
Okay.
Can we put mine down? Like that?
Like, my bolt holes are lining up. I can't quite see yours.
Yeah, mine are good.
Okay.
Can we put mine down?
I think so. We'll just press them down, because why not?
This is our final position.
I think at this point, we also want to take off the clear plastic so that it stops kind of interfering with how this is going to lay.
You want me to do that?
Uh-huh.
So you want to be careful because this can technically peel up the adhesive I've seen when you take this film off. It's kind of stuck on there pretty nice. So you just have to be careful. That it doesn't peel the adhesive.
Okay. Now we want to just gently press these down. It's all a happy spot. Now I would not connect this until you put your 6 screws in.
Yes.
Because then that makes sure that this is lined up. And if this is right, then this should press down nicely without, we want to make sure it's going to be right, but this should press down nicely or you know, more already aligned up if these 6 screws are already lined up too. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to turn the camera off because we're going to go slow and we're going to do a good job. We're going to put the 6 screws in here and on the other end. Then we're going to come back and we'll include you when you plug this in. All right, so just like you would do with your working on an engine in a car or anything else, we put the 6 screws in, started them, but did not tighten any of them until they were all in. And then he just went back around like twice just to firm them up and not over tighten them or spin them out. And now we peel this back so that we can put those screws back in, right? Okay. Just peel it back a little bit, I think. I'll hold this.
Go back a little more.
Okay.
Oh,
that comes off.
Yeah,
okay.
we re-stick it down.
Okay, so then now you make sure, look down your holes and line up the screw holes, which should make the little plug-in actually be lined up properly as well. Did you feel it go in?
Yeah, well, I know where it has to go.
I know, but there's a plug on the back there that has to connect, right?
Yeah, what? Yeah, over here?
No. Well, yes, over there, I think. But also, hold on. Let's look underneath.
Easy.
There's a whole connector here, isn't there?
No.
The connector's on. Where's the connector that we undid?
Oh, wait. I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, that's. Oh, you mean the plastic piece? No, it's over here.
Oh, that's over here. Okay, I got you. Okay, got it then. So this just needs to go down. There's a connector under here. Get that right, and then the holes go in. Let me get the light up here for you.
And it's kind of a bugger to get in there. I saw it was on the video too.
Yeah, hold on. Is there pins? What's on the back side of here?
It needs to come.
Is it pins?
You know what we should do?
There's no connector back there.
We should probably. Yeah, okay. We should try to get this kind of in there.
Here's our next bowl. You already got the next bowl of screws.
Nope.
It's this one here, right?
This
one's got the little black tab in it.
Easy. Okay, we might have to do this off camera because it's kind of really hard.
Well, this is your most important screw here, right? That one actually does have a little blue Loctite on it.
Maybe we should start putting screws in.
Yeah, I'll just hold this down, and then you're gonna start getting them started. None of them get tightened until they're all in.
This one goes here. Oop.
No, are you sure?
I'm positive.
Well, look at this one. This one's got the little stud thing on it. You sure?
Oh wait, is there another one just like it?
No, it's the one and only. So the one with the little stud thing goes over here. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah, you're right. It needs to go pop into the little thing just like that. Now I see your screw over there is not.
Well, no, but get that one started. Then we'll get this next one lined up better.
It doesn't go in there. It's too big. It's too big. It's definitely this one.
Huh.
Because look at this.
Yeah, but that flopping around in there doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, look at this. That's like going in. I feel it.
Okay. Well, bring the other one over here.
Here, be careful. What color? Probably this one?
Where's the stud one going? The stud one goes in a little black thing that goes on top
Yeah, that's
there.
what I thought.
That's right. That makes a lot more sense. No, I don't think the black one makes sense over here. Oh yeah, it has to be one of the black ones.
Okay.
Okay, then put the other one there, right?
I can't see. It's like super blinding. There we go. Now, this little tray pops on. Supposedly, just like that.
Yeah, now the little stud thing that's on that last screw makes a lot more sense.
My goodness, keep throwing it around. There we go. I didn't line it up.
Does the chip need to move or just the...
No, just this. There, I got it.
Okay.
Now we start tightening these three down.
You already tightened the one underneath the silver one you can't get to anymore, right?
Yeah,
If you didn't, just
Yes,
back...
I did.
Okay.
And that's all it is.
Okay.
So now
We're going to back this up and flop those speakers back into their spots.
Okay. Just like that, supposedly.
Especially if the screws can go back in the holes. Remember, the silver ones are in the corners, but otherwise it's pretty easy to get, right?
Okay, let's look. Oh, we gotta put this back on.
Okay, yep.
Okay.
Good
So
memory.
now, and I'm pretty sure that just helps with like shorting out the battery or something, so it doesn't.
Yeah, it's all helps with spacing too. Just that little film takes up the gap so that none of this can fall out when we...
Now be wary of over tightening this head screw, because I've seen other YouTubers crack the plastic.
Okay. Does this sit down any different? That's it? Okay.
There's two longer, two shorter, not by much. So where do you think I think the longer ones go over here.
Just if you feel it hit bottom too soon, then, back
Oh,
it
I
up.
see where we have to go. Yep, we're in. Oh, gotta grab a short one. Now I'm going to tighten these three up. Now that's it.
Okay.
Now, this side's a little more tricky because you have to route the cable. And it goes back here. But we got it. And the speaker will just sit down in there. Kind of like that.
This honestly seems easier to work on than most of the PCs I've been into.
I know, good job, Apple.
Silver one in the corner, long one up there. Long one up here, and short one over there.
That's the long one.
This is a 500 gigabyte solid state drive. If anybody has a terabyte that they want to send, contact me through the channel. I'll get you the address. And that'll be fun.
That'd be funny.
Fun. We are down to one bowl of little bitty screws left. He took a paper towel, wet paper towel, and he just got the dust out of the back of the case. So let's put that back on, and then we're rounding the home stretch, as they say. Now this popped in there a little bit when we peeled it off. It's sitting right on mine. Does it need to do anything else, or we just? Oh, I felt that there's two little clippity things right here and here, and they popped, so we're good. So now just we'll probably hyperlapse putting all these screws in because we're gonna do it slow, careful, and not dropping them, and then we'll get them all in and get them all tightened up. So actually, we'll just go off the camera, and we'll be right back for when we open the cover and see what happens. Okay, so we got all the 10 perimeter screws back in. Time to flip it over, and I think there should be some charge in that new battery that we could start up, but if not, I guess we'll plug it in and then go from there. He had the paper towel in there just to make sure with our pushing on things that we didn't. Oh, it's complaining about the battery, so we gotta get it plugged in. With pushing on things we didn't, do anything to the screen or whatever. Is it long enough, or do I gotta move?
No, it's long enough. Well.
Flip it over.
No, just bring.
Oh, it's on this end?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it seems to think it's doing some charging there. I do believe that's what the alternating light means.
Now if we open
It's
it.
on red, it's charging, right? Open it, we got the Mac symbol.
Oh.
This is all good news so far.
It's on 0% up here, which is expected since it was a new battery.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. So, let's see the dots. Those aren't the right dots, are they?
Alright, here we go.
Did you guys catch that? That's his password right there.
It's about 20 digits.
Dot. Okay. So we're booting up.
After a long reset like that, I reset it before we did the battery, so it does this and just kind of boots along for the reset.
So when we get this open up a battery meter or something,
Yep, I installed one on it.
we'll look at that, and then we'll shut the camera off, go away for an hour, let it charge, and then come back and just, how long did it last off of the, without the cord before?
Roughly less than 2 minutes.
Less than 2 minutes. So, we'll let it charge for an hour, and then come back and show you guys whatever the battery meter's up to after an hour, and then we'll unplug it and just see if it dies like an ugly death or something. That would be sad to replace the battery, and then.
One thing to know is it had over 700 cycles on it before.
Does it know that those cycles are gone now, or is it?
I don't know. Here's the. Okay. 100% health. That's a good thing.
That's a good sign.
Here, let me close this off so it's just the Catalina coast. Oops. Where'd it go? There it is.
Okay.
So, as we see here, how many cycles does it say? There we go, 1.
Oh, nice.
Look at that,
so
it reset.
It knows that this battery. I'm guessing that computer chip thing that's on that battery is where this data comes from. Charging with 35 watts. Mac OS is okay. Okay, so, at 1%, it's at 78 milliamp hours.
Uh-oh, I got rid of it.
And then it can get up to 6,400 or 6,559. Oh, 131. So very cool. So we will be back. Let's give this a little time, and then we'll see how well it does running on. Why is the battery age 2.8 years? Oh, it was manufactured in 2019.
No, that's the stats for the laptop. No, wait.
No, that'd be the battery.
It didn't reset that, I guess. But
No, it's probably when the battery was really manufactured.
could be.
I bet that chip knows that, and so they've had these on the shelf in the warehouse for 2.5 to 3 years, and so that's why they're for $48 or whatever on Amazon right now. Okay,
Now, one thing-
we'll be back.